Marilyn and welcome to the Transcript. This week, the Transcript meets with the pedal people, checks in with the cross-country team, gets some insight on question 1, and takes Northampton's new bike share program for a ride.
In a joint statement released Wednesday, South Korean President Moon Jae-in and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un agreed to establish buffer zones along land and sea borders in order to create a joint military committee in order to ease tensions and prevent any accidental clashes. Moon said Kim agreed to let international experts watch as North Korea permanently dismantles a missile engine test site and launch pad, and said if the United States takes corresponding measures, he will take additional steps towards denuclearization. Lawyers for Christine Blasey Ford, the woman who had accused Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh of sexual assault when they were teenagers, said on Tuesday she wants the FBI to investigate before she testifies before the Senate Judiciary Committee. The committee announced on Monday that it would be holding a public hearing next Monday, giving senators a chance to hear both sides and ask them questions. Ford's lawyer said the first step before having her go on national television would be an FBI investigation, but did not entirely rule out an appearance should an investigation not take place. On Wednesday, sources told Variety magazine that the Super Bowl 50 halftime show will be headlined by Maroon 5. The pop group collaborated recently with rappers Cardi B and Kendrick Lamar, leading to speculation they might join Maroon 5 on stage. The NFL has yet to confirm this, but if the group performs, they will join artists like Prince, Beyoncé, Bruno Mars, Katy Perry, and Paul McCartney, all of whom have performed Super Bowl halftime shows.
Hi, I'm Amelia Tamayo. Yom Kippur was this week. In other news, Massachusetts state elections are in November, and the first ballot question asks us whether or not we should impose nurse staffing ratios. This would mean a fixed number of patients that one nurse can tend to at any given time. I sat down with representatives from Cooley Dickinson and a nurse from the Massachusetts Nurses Association to get a perspective from both sides on the issue.
Well, the Mass Nurses Association represents most working nurses in Massachusetts. There are 23,000 nurses, and we as working nurses for 20 years have been trying to establish a mandated limit of the number of patients that nurses take care of. The most change will be for the people laying in the bed. I mean, it will be an astounding change, and when you talk to people who've already been a patient before, everybody will tell you. They'll tell you their experience, that they didn't see a nurse, that they were sick, or they were afraid, or they weren't sure they were being cared for adequately because they didn't see nurses. So it will change for them, and all the data, 20 years of studies, very large peer-reviewed studies, show that it will be better for patients.
Cooley Dickinson is definitely opposed to ballot question 1. They are not in favor of mandated nursing ratios, and they have sent out their opinion in a press release last week. If this ballot initiative passes, the staff is going to be affected in a number of ways. First of all, nurses are going to lose their autonomy and their ability to make decisions that are in the best interest of their patients. They have the experience and the knowledge to determine how best to care for their patients, and the minute that they lose that, they lose a big part of patient care. If they have a certain number of patients on the unit and one of those patients starts to have a crisis, they determine, who else can absorb their patients so that that nurse can take care of that one patient, giving them the care that they need at that time until the crisis passes.
Thanks for watching, and make sure you register to vote. Bye!
I'm back. Hi, I'm Lulu. Welcome to Hamped Up.
Y'all ready for this?
Despite the endurance, athleticism, and skill of Northampton High's cross-country team, every new season brings new pressures, whether it be pressure to continue a successful legacy or perform in a variety of harsh temperatures. Running itself is a difficult sport to tackle, but throwing in the current climate change issues makes surface runoff not just happen on their face. I sat down with cross-country captains to learn about their balance between humility, and their goals for the upcoming season.
Does the success of the program in previous years add pressure? I think so, definitely. Last year, we went into the season having lost most of our varsity members from the previous year, and we still got second in Western Mass. So I think there's a lot of pressure to see if our growth over the past year will help us reclaim that Western Mass title.
Even though we lost 60% of our varsity team, I think that we can still win Western Mass and perform very well at states this year. So we're not too worried.
Yeah, I think once you've got like 5 seasons, you've won Western Mass for 5 seasons.
Consecutively.
I feel like stopping is just kind of hard. Like, you just feel like, I feel like if we lost this year, like, I just feel like crap.
I think what makes running so enjoyable for us is the teammates and the coaches who are just wonderful to get out there every day with, especially Tanya, who brings snacks after practice and we all get to eat like muffins and stuff. That's great.
It's definitely a rewarding sport. Like, the hard work you put in, you will see benefit you directly.
It's kind of like working out with your friends in the gym, you know, only you're doing it on the track. So, I don't know, I have a lot of fun, but it's different for everyone, I think.
Yeah, I'm a little bit different from Toby, I think. I don't enjoy the running that much per se, but I do enjoy the stuff that's sort of around it, you know, just hanging out with people and like all the pasta parties and stuff, and meets are fun, but the running itself, yeah.
I wouldn't say the races have gotten hotter in previous years. At the beginning of the season, it's always been really hot, and the great thing about cross country is by the time you get to championship season, the weather is perfect.
But I mean, I have noticed that we've had a lot of canceled practices or postponed practices, so in that way, maybe it has been getting hotter.
No, in recent years it has not been hotter because we've only been here for 2 and 3 years respectively, so that doesn't make a huge difference. Climate change is real though.
Has humidity gotten worse in recent years? I don't think I've noticed it, but since it's been really humid lately, possibly.
Yeah, I would say probably.
In other sports news, golf, currently 1 and 2, is away at 3 p.m. in Chicopee Comp. Girls soccer, currently 1-3-1, is home at 4 against Agawam. Football, 2-0, is home under the lights at 7 versus Longmeadow. And field hockey, currently 1-2-1, is away tomorrow at 12 in Auburn. Thanks for watching Hamped Up. I'm Lulu Kesson.
Hi, I'm Seraphina Foreman.
And I'm Willa Sipple, and this is Tell It Like It Is. Global climate change is one of the most pressing issues facing humanity today. Many businesses have begun to consider alternative approaches in order to decrease their carbon footprint.
A local company, the Pedal People, are exemplifying this with their approach to waste collection. Using bikes, they pick up trash from homes and businesses all around Northampton.
The word sustainable is thrown around a lot by many businesses, but what really makes a sustainable company? We sat down with Clarissa Lyons and Ellen Clegg to get a closer look at the work done by the Pedal People.
So with Pedal People, it's really sustainability in many different ways.
One of them is kind of bike advocacy, literally like carving out space on the road for bicycles. Another is fewer fossil fuel trucks.
If I can just produce a little bit less, if everybody's doing that, it makes a huge difference. I would do downtown trash a lot. We have the contract with the city. I've clocked it. I've been biking about 15 to 25 miles a day. Really, the job just has to get done. We're a worker-owned cooperative, so the profit is shared equally. We value people having time to volunteer in the community.
Since we are kind of like versatile and small and maneuverable, we're able to be a little bit more flexible with our customers about where we can like come inside to pick up their trash if they can't get it out to the curb.
We're actually in a waste management crisis. We're running out of room for waste.
I want to put ourselves out of business. Like, I'd love for no one to have any trash. Recycling also I kind of see as like a consumerism thing. Like, the only reason we came up with recycling is because we bought too much stuff. Yeah, so that's my biggest plug, is like, don't buy as much.
To get a sense of what it's like to be a customer of the Pedal People, we talked to Stefan of Free Press, a business in Northampton.
It's a very sustainable and kind of sustainably driven model that they have, and that's something that Free Press, those are kind of values that we try to promote. It's very affordable, and that's one thing I think that makes them very accessible for a lot of people and businesses in the area. One thing I like about them is that they've expanded from taking recycling, paper recycling and plastics, to also taking in compost. In this area, a lot of people still don't have good ways to get rid of compost unless they happen to have a place in their own property they can dispose of it. It still helps us cut down significantly on the amount of actual food waste that we have to get rid of, which in turn lowers the amount of trash that we have to throw away.
Thanks for watching.
This was Tell It Like It Is.
Heyo! Welcome to the other stuff. In case you haven't noticed, Northampton has joined many major cities around the world by having a community bike sharing program called Valley Bikes. These bikes can be accessed at multiple kiosks around the city and cost $2 for a 45-minute ride. Unlike most bike sharing programs like City Bike, Valley Bikes are electric assisted bikes. This means that when you're riding, a motor inside the bike will help you ride without riding for you. Ben and I are going to judge these bikes in 4 categories: functionality, comfort, style, and maximum speed.
The screen will tell you how fucking loud these trucks are.
These bikes have many features, such as an electric motor that helps you pedal, a basket in the front that holds things, a screen that tells you how fast you're going, and an adjustable seat. Overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Although the seats of these bikes are comfortable, they can be a bit rickety at times.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out this week's online extra, In Tune. Also, join our homecoming committee to help plan the dance.
Of course, there might be some things considered misogynistic in there, but it was mostly just raw honesty about relationships and how to get through different heartbreaks and even depression and things like that too.